Welcome back to the Observer Podcast. I'm your host, Jaren Smith. I know it's been a while since our last episode, and I wanted to thank you all for your patience, and I hope you've all been well. To kick back off our first episode for the spring semester of 2023, I sat down with Junior Khalil Mosley to talk about Black History Month at Augustana, and I wanted to thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this week's episode. So welcome back to the Augustana Observer Podcast. I'm your host, Jaren Smith, and today I'd like to give my guests the honor of introducing themselves.
I'm Khalil Mosley. I'm a junior here on campus, and I'm a graphic design major.
Well, really just why I gathered you here today with me, Khalil, is I wanted to talk to you really just about Black History Month at Augustana. First question I want to ask you is, how do you think Augustana has handled Black History Month this year?
Well, to me, I think Augustana has just they've been doing exceptionally well with handling Black History Month. Well, it's at least from the 3 years I've been here, the development from because my freshman year was 2020 and that was during COVID. So a lot of things wasn't really happening because we couldn't really allow a lot of things to happen on campus because of COVID. So as far as events and talk about Black History Month throughout social media on the Augustana page and just emphasizing it a lot, I feel like they've been doing a pretty decent job at it. And there could be some some development towards it, but at the same time I feel like they've been doing exceptionally well at it. And there's some there are some things they could work on, but at the same time I feel like they've been doing decent.
I definitely agree with that, and also being a junior, starting here during COVID year, like Black Student Union meetings, even freshman year, if I remember correctly, almost they were entirely virtual.
Exactly.
The entire year.
Exactly.
Then last year, started being able to meet in person at the school, not even for just Black Student Union, but just everything.
Yeah.
Being able to just meet in person, and this year pretty much really feels like the first normal year of school.
Exactly, man. It's a lot of more events that's happening, a lot of things going on social media, a lot of just social events that we couldn't have our freshman year. And it's just it actually feels like a college experience,
Yeah. Backtracking a little bit, is you mentioned you think Augustana's doing really, really well with how it's handling Black History Month, but you also mentioned room for improvement. I understand there's always room for improvement. Mm-hmm. What are some of the ways that you would try to your ideas for improvement if you were the one in charge?
I would say because Black Student Union, we host a lot of events. We're very busy during Black History Month because we have so many events that we have to plan out. But I feel like we should. I feel like BSU should do more collabs with a lot of organizations here on campus to emphasize and to educate people about Black History Month and why is it important. Also, just social media in general. What I've mentioned before, they've been doing well on social media. Been asking a lot of students of what's Black History Month mean to them and the importance of it. And just going up to random students, just interviewing the podcast we have today. Yeah. I feel like they can work on more event planning when it comes to Black History Month. Talking about the different leaders and the different icons every day, because I feel like Black History Month shouldn't just be taught in just 1 month for 28 days. Mm-hmm. I feel like Black History Month is a part of our regular history. Mm-hmm. I feel like just event planning, talking about it more on social media, and things like that. Just things like that. They can just work on it a little more to just emphasize it more.
Yeah, I understand that, and also me, because I know from my time here, I know I haven't been the most regular attendee of BSU, most specifically this year. Yeah. I know I'm a very busy person on Tuesdays, but even last semester of the times I have been able to come, I've learned a lot. Mm-hmm. Not even just really about Black History Month in general, just mm-hmm. In general, whether it be about the people who go to the meetings, yeah. Just the amount of work that BSU puts in is amazing. So shout out Alexis, president, for I always feel welcome every time that I've came, and I'll try my best to get to more meetings this semester, because literally on this past Tuesday, I had full on intended to go, but with my internship conflicting, I was dang man, because I understand that this week is BSU Spirit Week. Yeah, so kind of talk to me about that, the importance of it.
Okay, the importance of like Spirit Week. I feel like BSU we do this every year with Black History Month. Sometimes we have do-rag days, sometimes we have dressed in press day, sometimes we have twin day, things like that. I feel like for Spirit Week it's a way to help us students like express ourselves more, especially students of color, just to show like our culture and where we're out, like all about, and it actually emphasizes like togetherness and like creativity with us. So I feel like just Spirit Week in general is like a cultural thing for us, and just showing how we express ourselves with how we dress, how we talk, things in that nature. And I feel like it's something different every year for us, and I feel like we're getting more and more creative with like the Spirit Weeks and like the things we do and the days that we have. It's just been like very creative and fun to just be a part of and just to participate in general.
So do you kind of know how like each day of the week is like picked? Because like I apologize for mixing. Monday was like wearing like all black.
Yeah.
Tuesday dressing up as like favorite black icon. Like, do you know how those days are picked?
Well, when I was a part of eBoard last year, we kind of like randomly selected which days we want to have like a certain topic on. Mm-hmm. So it's just like we just randomly pick, honestly. Mm-hmm. We have our votes like, okay, what do we want to do this day? We want to do twin day, or we want to do blackout day? What do we want to do a dressed in press day on this day? It's just randomly, honestly. And then we all have like our own votes and like what we want to do on that certain day. Mm-hmm. So we have the people from eWar actually pick out the days where we want to have our different things on.
So in general, like I've always just thought like last year, even this year is like really, really cool. Like, it would have been Tuesday because like, I've got because out of all like everything that I own, like in terms of like black icons, Kobe Bryant's like some of my first things that come to mind. I've got for Christmas last year, I want to say, so 2021. My mom got me a custom Kobe Bryant jersey.
Oh, that's dope, bro!
Like it says like legend, and like has a picture of him done on the back. It's got his number 8 on the back. It's 24, and it also has like remembrance to Gigi, his younger kid that died with him. So I made sure to wear that, and every time I wear that jersey, whether it's Augustana or just out in public, everyone stops me like, man, that jersey's cool.
Exactly, bro. You can't go wrong with Kobe, bro.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
But kind of bring it back to like, just to focus on like Black History Month is, I know earlier you mentioned kind of the importance of Black History Month, but what does it mean to you? What does Black History Month mean to you?
Black History Month, Black History Month means to me, it's a way to educate, a lot of other cultures and a lot of other ethnicities as well. It's to show like the importance of like the black icons and the black people we look up to back then that fought for our rights, and it's the importance of like us in general. It's just to show people that that we're a part of history and why we matter and what we done in general to help. Well, just not help people, but it's hard to put into words because Black History Month is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about.
It's a very hard question.
It's a very hard question because it's so much to it. We can talk about the icons like Dr. Martin Luther King, obviously, Malcolm X, and athletes Jesse Owens, Kobe Bryant. It's a lot of black icons we look up to, and it's a lot of things to talk about. But to me, Black History Month is all about togetherness. It's all about educating others about why we're important to this world, what we bring to this world, especially to the younger generation. The younger generation don't know a lot about the black icons that actually march, that actually help to get our right to vote. Right. It's a lot of things that's to that end. I feel like Black History Month is an actual month that we can just emphasize a lot of things that have happened during our history. And to me, it's just a way to just look back past time to what we've done in general, all the achievements, all the things that we've done. It's about community as well. It's about just emphasizing our power and our knowledge in general. And I feel like Black History Month is so important to us and it's so important to me because, I'm a student of color. Right. And especially going to a PWI here, it makes me feel like I'm left out, but at the same time that I know who I am as a person.
Right.
So, Black History Month is just everything we look up to when it comes to icons and the importance of it.
I agree with you 1,000,000%. And like, for me, like how I just treat Black History Month, I try to treat every month like this, but I feel like February is it's more important. It's like I try to treat every day just to learn something, and so like learning about the people who came before me. Like for example, I can even tell you something that I learned today. Like one of my classes that I'm in this semester is Intro to African American Lit, taught by Dr. Ashley Burge, and something that I didn't know was that. Well, some of this that I knew just didn't put like two and two together. The amount of Black figures, Black icons that have changed their name or like what they're known by isn't their original name. Like for example, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. I didn't put two and two together that Malcolm X changed his name, like formerly known as Malcolm Little. Never really put two and two together like that. I'm sitting in class, I'm like, dang, like just never really took the time to process this. But yeah, just really like how I just learning, because like with the entire class in general, it's just like getting to learn a different perspective that like I'm used to. So which I think is pretty cool. And like even some of the stuff that we've done in that class, it's just really cool because a lot of stuff that we've done in that class, it's like, dang, some of this stuff is hundreds of years old. But
exactly.
It still applies today.
Exactly.
Which is incredible. And like a lot of stuff in that class, I'll be completely honest, I have no experience or background, and so it's like a whole new world that I'm in, but at the same time it's not entirely new because like I know a lot of the stuff that's being talked about, or at least if it's something I don't know about, I can at least contribute to the conversation. But in general, I think it's a really, really cool class, and like I also think like taking it now at this point of my time here at Augustana, it's a little bit more special to me.
Exactly.
The other things I really wanted to ask you is kind of going about like focusing like kind of still on this year. Are there any sort of events, either like BSU's posting on OSID that you can tell me about right now, or is that all going to be kept secret?
not actually kept secret. So you're asking like what are the like future events that we're actually planning for the rest of the month? Well, actually, this Friday, tomorrow, we have a Black Student Union kickback that's being held at the Black Culture House at 7.
Okay.
And usually after our Spirit Week, which ends on Friday, we have like a little small party that we host every Friday after we have our little Spirit Week thing. So we have that going on. I would say that we do have not a lot of more events, but we have more events coming up, but I'm not a part of the e-board, so I can't really, tell you what other events are going to be planned, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have more events before the month actually ends. I'm also a part of like the STEP team, which are the heavy steppers. We kind of represent BSU, but at the same time, we are our own organization, but it's still students of color that's a part of the STEP team. So I think we have another performance probably either this Saturday or before the month ends. So just be on the lookout for our next performance. And I'm pretty sure you've seen our performance for Step Africa.
I did.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Just like in general, people coming together just for like to put on a performance like that. Like I've always thought it's incredible, and it's like a lot of time goes into that, and it's a skill that I don't have, but like I appreciate it's in a way by I appreciate that I don't have the skill. I appreciate watching other people, watching the time that they put in, because I know it's not easy. Because like from me and my background, I played sports for a really long time and stuff like that. But like still, that's hours, days, weeks, months, years that go into practicing to be able to put on performances like that and be able to see that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But as far as like other events, I don't exactly know what other future events BSU has planned, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna host another event either before the month ends or throughout March or April. But it's gonna be more events from BSU. You just be on the lookout for. We're gonna promote it on our social medias a lot, and just be on the lookout.
I understand. Really, just like the last question that I wanted to ask is: Is there anything else that you'd like to add about Black History Month at Augustana, or really just kind of Black History Month in general?
Well, I kind of mentioned this before, but I feel like Black History Month should be taught and should be shown a lot more other than just this month in general, February. I feel like it should be normalized to just teach people this every day, because there's a lot of Black icons, and there's a lot of people that have done amazing things and achieved amazing things throughout history and throughout today's in society today. We just don't have that recognition. We have that recognition during this month instead of like any other month. Yeah. But I feel like Black History Month should just be taught, or just our history should be taught in general, and it should be normalized every day. And we shouldn't really just focus on one month in general.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And I just really want to thank you for sharing some of your time with me today to talk about Black History Month here. Everybody, make sure to be on the lookout for future BSU events, future OSIT events, and appearances from Heavy Steppers. Thank you, Khalil.
No problem.
I just wanted to thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of the Observer Podcast to kick off our 2023 together. I hope everyone continues to have an amazing spring semester. I'm your host, Jaren Smith, and I'll see you next time.